Hey everyone, welcome back to One Bear Studio. Every great game has a hidden story waiting to be told. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a true classic. And let's jump right in. When we hold the powerful Nintendo Switch 2 in our hands today and watch Rosalina glide gracefully through the Flower Kingdom, it is easy to forget that this masterpiece of wonder actually originated 40 years ago from a simple, frustrating lesson about arcade coin drop rates. This is more than just a successful sequel. It is the culmination of Nintendo's design soul. It spans Takashi Tezuka's early compromises, the stagnation of the new Super Mario Bros. Series, the breakthrough of the original wonder, and now, the ultimate evolution via the Meet Up in Belleville Park expansion on the NS2. The story begins. After the development of the original Super Mario Bros., Takashi Tezuka was tasked with porting the NES version to the Nintendo Versus system for arcades. In the arcade world, the logic is brutal. Players must keep inserting coins. To increase revenue, Tezuka significantly ramped up the difficulty. At the time, he felt that if a player could breeze through a meticulously crafted level, the designer's effort would be wasted. He believed high difficulty would inspire repeated attempts, leading to the creation of Super Mario Bros., the Lost Levels, known as the pinnacle of design malice. However, reality hit hard. Tezuka realized that extreme difficulty didn't inspire everyone. Instead, it created deep-seated frustration, causing players to walk away forever. He learned a fundamental truth. If a level is so hard that players give up, the designer's hard work loses its purpose. When Shigeru Miyamoto entrusted the direction of Super Mario Bros. 3 to Tezuka, the latter opted for a reverse approach. He gave players choices, a world map to select stages, and secret paths to skip difficult hurdles. Most importantly, he introduced flight via the raccoon leaf. Flight is a nightmare for 2D level designers because it bypasses ground-based obstacles. Tezuka showcased brilliant balance. He added a restriction. Players needed a long runway to take off. This wasn't to weaken the player, but to allow designers to predict exactly where a player would ascend, enabling them to place aerial challenges precisely. This freedom within structure remains a core pillar of Mario's DNA. During the subsequent N64 era, 2D Mario entered a 15-year vacuum. Because the gaming landscape had comprehensively transitioned to 3D, titles like Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine became the inevitable natural sequels. But there was still a strong market demand for a 2D continuation. Yet, the franchise was bottlenecked by strict Nintendoism. Without a genuinely new and excellent creative idea, they simply would not develop a new game, just for the sake of it. This drought persisted until New Super Mario Bros., when Tezuka, in order to realize the vision of playing a single stage multiple times, designed the Star Coin system. This was a brilliant piece of design. Beginners only needed to run to the finish line, while advanced players, seeking total completion, had to venture into perilous territory to find the big coins. This layered design gave the exact same map immense replay value. Are there any veteran players out there who felt exactly like I did? When the Wii U launched as Nintendo's very first HD console, the grand system seller was New Super Mario Bros. U. But honestly, it felt uninspired. Sure, it was finally in HD, and the new flying squirrel suit was kind of cute, but relying on touchscreen gimmicks to tap and place blocks, it felt like the 2D platformer had hit a massive, creative dead end. Just jumping and running, was that all there was left? And then, a few years later, Nintendo released Super Mario Maker. While it was an amazing concept across the Wii U, 3DS, and eventually the Switch with Maker 2, many of us cynical fans couldn't help but think, Nintendo has finally run out of ideas. They are just asking the players to do the level design for them. We truly believed the traditional official 2D Mario was finished, which is exactly why the reveal of Super Mario Bros. Wonder was such a massive, mind-blowing surprise. To see genuine, explosive innovation and completely new mechanics breathed life back into a genre we thought was stagnating. It wasn't just exciting, it was a miracle. Despite the success of the new Super Mario series, it eventually hit a stagnation of abundance. The games began to feel like they were just stacking content. More coins, longer levels, more assets, without a fresh soul. Historically, Mario's 1-1 stages are always meticulously crafted silent tutorials. However, taking the first level of New Super Mario Bros. U as an example, while it introduces the new flying squirrel suit, not everything in the stage is related to this new ability. Designers, perhaps afraid that players might get bored, stuffed the level with various traditional hidden areas, rocky platforms, and coin challenges. These additions, unrelated to the core mechanic, actually diluted the thematic focus. During the development of Wonder, the team reportedly brainstormed over 2,000 crazy ideas, like piranha plants suddenly breaking into a Broadway musical. But Nintendo's true superpower isn't just coming up with ideas, it's the art of subtraction. They carefully curated the absolute best ideas, demonstrating ultimate thematic focus. This focus is perfectly embodied in Wonder's Stage 1-1. Here, Nintendo practices invisible tutorial design rivaling the original game, making every challenge revolve tightly around the core mechanic, the elephant form. Guiding the jump. A high coin at the start naturally draws the player to jump. As they descend, they perfectly stomp a sleeping Goomba, instantly teaching attack through jumping. If you accidentally bump into the Goomba, the game features a gentle bounce-back mechanic that doesn't drain your health, softly forcing you to learn basic movement first. The ultimate elephant interactivity. Once you grab the elephant fruit, the entire stage instantly transforms into a playground tailor-made for the elephant form. The game doesn't pause for a tedious manual. The blocks beneath your feet guide you to use your massive body to smash them from the side. Withered flowers by the path guide you to fill your trunk with water and spray it to awaken the seeds. You can even spray water to stop enemies in their tracks. From destruction to puzzle solving to area of effect attacks, every single interaction resonates perfectly with the elephant transformation. Kishotenketsu. Introduction, development, twist, and conclusion. This theory, originating from 4-panel comics, was established as the gold standard in Super Mario 3D World. But in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, this philosophy gets an even crazier evolution. It becomes introduction, development, twist, and transformation. Let's put them side by side to see how Nintendo trains you from a novice into a rhythm master. First, the introduction, the safe observation mode. In 3D World's Beat Block Skyway, you start on perfectly safe ground. Red and blue blocks blink to the beat of beep, 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 bop. Your brain instantly connects the blocks with the music. Meanwhile, in Wonder's World 3, you meet the Hoppy Cats. You find them in a safe, enclosed space. You jump, they jump. Zero pressure. You instantly learn the mechanic. Next, the development. Practical application with risk. In 3D World, you arrive at a bottomless pit. You must count. 1, 2, 3, jump! Leaping across suspended blocks, dodging enemies, testing your application. In Wonder, they introduce small pits and spikes. Now, you must time your jumps so the Hoppy Cat smashes blocks above you. The mechanic becomes a puzzle-solving tool. Then, the twist. Ultimate chaos. In 3D World, this is the climax. You grab a double cherry. Now you're controlling 4 Marios. Jumping on disappearing blocks, sliding down a high-speed beat block slide. A simple rhythm game becomes a chaotic extreme sport. In Wonder, just when you think you've mastered the rules, the Wonder Flower appears. This is where everything shatters. Finally, the conclusion versus transformation. In 3D World, the final test of glory. Time limits, enemies, pressure. You still need to bounce up a giant staircase of blocks to perfectly grab the flagpole. But in Wonder, the twist elevates into transformation. physical mechanics are completely shattered. Mario himself turns into a shining hoppy cat. From crawling pipes to charging bulls to a chorus of piranha plants. This subversion of physics replaces the outdated method of just adding more enemy health or traps. It keeps your excitement peaking through a continuous journey of wonder. Wonder completely abandons the plastic feel of the 3D modeled New Super Mario era. The characters are now bursting with personality. Mario struggles to squeeze through pipe edges. He looks panicked when skidding to a stop. Even enemies are adorable. Goombas blow snot bubbles while sleeping. This vibrant animation film style ensures every frame is a joy to watch. Previous multiplayer modes were often friendship enders due to physical collision. Wonder introduces shadows and standees. If you die, you become a ghost. Touching a live player's shadow, or a standee they've placed, brings you back. This system removes collision but adds pure goodwill, turning a solo platformer into a warm, global party. If you thought the original Wonder was the peak, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, launching at the end of March 2026, will redefine your expectations. This isn't just a port, it is the complete form that fixes every previous regret. The long-awaited Rosalina and her partner co-star Luma officially join the playable cast. Her inclusion adds a new layer of verticality to the exploration of the Flower Kingdom.
Luma won't take damage, but they can spin to defeat enemies and collect coins.
The Super Flower Pot power-up debuts. Upon grabbing it, Mario and friends transform into a flower form, allowing them to throw flowers as weapons. While the original Wonder had brilliant levels, some fans felt the boss battles were a bit thin. The NS2 edition fixes this entirely. New boss courses have been scattered throughout the Flower Kingdom, where you must face all 7 Koopalings. Each boss battle is integrated with Wonder Flower mutations, making these encounters far more spectacular and unpredictable. A brand new area, Bellabelle Park, is now open. Players can explore newly discovered mysterious ruins with friends and participate in various multiplayer attractions. It's more than just levels. It's a space for global players to interact, compete, and share the joy of movement. In a massive show of good faith, Nintendo has introduced Game Share. Even if your friends don't own Super Mario Bros. Wonder, you can use Game Share locally or online to let them jump into your game. This truly realizes Nintendo's vision of playing with everyone. The badge system balanced the original game, but on NS2, players can finally unlock dual badges. You can now equip the effects of 2 badges at once. This is a game changer for both beginners and speedrunners, offering geometric growth in how a stage can be approached.
Assist mode is also being added. In the main Super Mario Bros. Wonder game, no matter who you play as, you won't take damage. And if you fall, you'll be saved by a propeller flower instead of losing a life. Whether you're playing for the first time or revisiting the Flower Kingdom, you can enjoy these courses to the fullest using your favorite characters.
From Takashi Tezuka, watching angry arcade players walk away 40 years ago, to the joyous, interconnected party of Bellabelle Park on the NS2, the Mario series has undergone a magnificent journey of self-redemption. Super Mario Bros. Wonder for NS2 proves that a great game doesn't need malicious difficulty. It needs infinite imagination. It is the pinnacle of intuition, a decade-long promise of trust to the fans, and the purest definition of fun. If you haven't stepped into the Flower Kingdom yet, this massive update at the end of March is the perfect moment to join the Wonder Revolution. That wraps up today's analysis. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you never miss our next creation. Thanks for joining us in the studio. Keep exploring. This is OneBear. See ya in the next video.